So today's session is brought to you by Empowered Body, Mind, and Soul, which is a premier platform known for its holistic science and meta science. So I am going to wait for everybody whom we have sent this live link to join. So while we are waiting for others to join, I want you all to think and type in the comment section because you'll be watching it later, but we'd really love to see where your uh, ratings are basically. So in the comments, I want you to put in on a scale of 0 to 10, how clear are you about meta science? 10, amazingly clear. I have utmost knowledge about it. 0, I don't have much knowledge about what is meta science, metaphysics. It's mumbo jumbo, maybe. So while we have others putting it in the comment section, Manali, on a scale of 0 to 10, where would you rate yourself?
On which aspect of meta science?
How comfortable are you with the knowledge of meta science 0 to 10? And how where are you?
I'm comfortable at like a 9 on 10 with the
Mhm.
knowledge of it. But I think it's a constant growing journey. So I am constantly evolving with it. So then I would put myself on a 7 or a 6 because I'm constantly learning with it.
That's amazing. So today's special program actually would clarify all your all the doubts that you have been carrying. I see 4, I see 2, I see 3, I also see 0. And that's amazing because you know you're at exactly at the right place at the right time to get the right kind of knowledge to empower yourself towards growth. Okay. So I am Mala Haran. I am going to be the host for today's session. My job is to get all your energies up and going, also ask questions on your behalf. So please go ahead and put in any questions or anything that you relate to in the comment section. I will be looking at the comment section and we'll have Manali over here who's going to answer us. Manali is not new to Empowered Body Mind Soul as she is the founder. Without her, we would not have Empowered Body Mind Soul. It is a premier platform, like I was telling, for holistic sciences. As I'm speaking about holistic sciences, the it includes a lot of things. So let's clarify on those. She is a lot into NLP, hypnotherapy, EET, mirror work. She also does frequency shift. She does telepathy. Question mark, question mark. If you think you know the answer, please write. So she uses a lot of knowledge from over 50 plus modalities. She has transformed over 8,000 plus individuals over 15 years of her experience. So if you think you are at the right place, just put in a thumbs up so we know that you and I are already tuning in. Okay. Now, for the very first question, I have listed down some of the myths that I would like for Manali to answer. Before that, I'll tell you, I want to take this time out to also explain why this is very special for me to host this live. As a kid, I have always wondered a lot about meta science. I was never clear about certain sciences. I was thinking in my head before I even got introduced to it formally. So imagine a teenage kid Googling all sorts of things. Okay, is this possible? Does this even exist? I just have that knowledge. So meta science just played that role to me that, hey, your questions are not invalidated, they are valid. Okay, I had Google at least validating me. And then I met Manali Mehta, who is my mentor, and I'm sure the ones who have joined in live, their mentor as well. So she also further reiterated and boosted my confidence in the science. So today, all the doubts and clarifications that I want from her is of current knowledge and also that teenage knowledge that I had. So my very first question to you, Manali, is going to be:
Meta science is completely unscientific, it is bogus, it is abstract, it has absolutely no evidence whatsoever. So, what are your thoughts about it?
All right, great. So, meta science cannot be mumbo jumbo. Meta science cannot be abstract. It cannot be something that people just assume is somewhere out in the world and we cannot understand it, because the word itself has science in it, right? So meta means going above, beyond, rising above something, and science is completely proven and evidence based. The whole concept of meta science is that as human beings, we constantly keep discovering new things as we keep evolving as individuals. Like at one point of time, the world did not know there was something called as the law of gravity. At that point, law of gravity was also meta science. Once people started experimenting and exploring and understanding what gravity is and how it works, and then Isaac Newton kind of explored it further, and then it became into a proven aspect, and that is when it was understood that, oh, there is something called as gravity. There is a pull on this planet which draws everything back down. And that's when the law of gravity was understood. The same way meta science is, or metaphysics is, concepts that are existent around us. We are aware of them in the form of feeling and experience. We just do not have the enough evidence for it right now. And there are multiple scientists and researchers who are daily working on it, which will give you constant proof and evidence that it does exist. But in simple words, meta science is physics. And in physics, we learn about energy, and metaphysics or everything around us is energy. So if you want to really keep it that simple, just remember everything is energy.
That makes a lot of sense actually. It was actually so simple. I could have just walked around telling that meta science, science is in it, see? That's what I'm talking about. So another question is also about this manifestation, where currently and even before, whenever I told people, hey, I believe in manifestation, people would just be bullying. It's like, yeah, why don't you just manifest 1,000 crores? Why don't you just manifest good health? Why don't you just manifest a good partner for yourself and those kind of things? So, they all think that ma- ma- manifestations usually work by having positive thoughts, chanting affirmations, and it is as quick. So, what do you have to say about it?
Manifestations do work for sure. I want everybody to put down in the chat what manifestations work for you and what manifestations don't work for you. Let's get interactive, guys, because when we interact, we get to learn more. And when we get to learn more, we get to experience more. So please put down in the chat what kind of manifestations have worked for you so far and what kind of manifestations have not worked for you so far. So we can actually then talk about those specifics even more, right? So, manifestations do work, and they work not because you're chanting an affirmation, not because you're constantly saying like, I'm going to make 100 crores, I'm going to make 100 crores, I'm going to make 100 crores. There is a combination of your thoughts with the kind of feelings you have for it, and then how you feel towards it, like the energy that you put into it, which finally relates to the kind of actions that you have. Most people only think that I will think and it will manifest, but that's not the truth. We have to also commit to it, and we have to show that we have a willingness to receive it and experience it in our lives. So it's a combination of our thoughts, our emotions, our energy and intentions towards it, and finally the kind of actions that we take towards it. And that's when manifestation actually works, right? So those people who are just, taking actions aimlessly, they're called the chasers, right? They're constantly desperately running after something because they feel there is a lack. They feel that they're not going to get it at all, so they're running desperately, taking all sorts of actions, keeping themselves busy, doing anything and everything possible. But that's not the smart way of manifesting, because instead all you need to do is have the clarity, the intention, have an associative emotion with it, and then take a physical action towards it. And guess what? Whatever you're so called intending and manifesting and attracting is bound to be yours. Toxic positivity is a word which is being used left, right, and center. In the chat, how many of you all say that you have to be positive all the time and only then will it come true to you? Please put it down. I really want to know. Have you all thought that you cannot be negative towards it, or you cannot question your manifestation, or you cannot have doubt on it, or you have to always be constantly in this state that I believe in it, I trust it, this is going to happen? Truth is, that's not how it works. Okay. Like we started this conversation with, that everything is energy. So whether we think that it's a positive thought or a negative thought, the catch is the emotion behind it. When we attach the right kind of emotion to our thoughts, irrespective of how positive you are or how negative you are, it will still manifest because you've added something called as emotion, a frequency, a state to it, which elevates and changes everything for you, right? Think about it, that when you're having a bad day, but you've seen like a comedy scene or a comedy video, you're automatically changed in your state and you start laughing and you're happier. And then post that, whatever you're doing just becomes more seamless. It starts happening more naturally. So when you just instantly change your feeling, your emotional state, attraction becomes easier. Okay. So add the emotions. Now, let's say if I'm going to want 100 crores, the interesting thing is if I add anger, I can still make 100 crores. But if I had passion to it, I can still make 100 crores. Why? Because the anger that I don't want to be in this scarcity, I don't want to be so insecure, will push me and drive me towards that 100 crores. And the same passion towards my money and towards what I'm doing can also add 100 crores. So it's not about what you're doing, but it's just about aligning an emotion with your intention, and then that manifestation is supposed to be yours. So, but if you're going to be in this fake positive state and the whole fake it till you make it, yes, you will make it to a level. And then you'll be like, hey, it's not working every time, right? It works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. So the point is to understand what emotion to attach to your intention, your attraction, and then it is bound to be yours.
Thing that people start with when they are doing positivity is affirmations. Oh God, I have used a lot of affirmations left, right, and center. So people go on chanting affirmations left, right, and center again. Oh, this is going to happen this way. I am so blessed. Life is lovely. I believe in love. And they just go on and on. And ironically is that even you are asking us to do a lot of affirmations. So, can you please explain a little more about affirmations?
Yes. Before I go to that, I hope Naveen, I was able to add some meaning to the emotions part. But if you want more clarity about emotions, do type out specifically what would you want to know about emotions and to your attraction so that we can heighten it and explain it for you better. Um, Parking that thought on the side, affirmations. Okay. So first of all, affirmations again has the word within it, affirming, right? It is basically you are affirming or repeating or acknowledging or stamping something. So affirmations do work, but there are different kinds of affirmations. There are three specific kinds of affirmations in the world. So it matters what kind of affirmation are you using, which is what will create a shift. The first kind of affirmation is what you're saying. I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling good, everything's lovely. Generic statements. Generic statements is to create that positive state, right? Does it work all the time? Not necessary. How many times have you had it that you're saying an affirmation and you're like, but I don't believe this. I don't agree with this. I'm not feeling confident. Why am I saying I'm confident, right? Those are generic statements, which are positive words being strung together to make you feel better. They do work. They work for a very short time frame. They don't work for a very long time frame. The second kind of affirmations, which is what Empowered is known for, and that is what we do on the new moon days, which is today, where we put these birth date affirmations on the group as well, are healing based affirmations, where affirmations, those affirmations which are designed, have specific set of words which will change your subconscious mind patterns. So those words trigger the subconscious filters, they trigger your belief systems and force them to start rewiring and looking at life differently. Those are called healing based affirmations, and they work wonderfully for anybody and everybody. And they can be said and written and understood in any language. It's not restrained to only a singular language, they can be done across multiple languages. And then there are third kind of affirmations which connect back to your soul. They connect back to your life force. They sway and move your life force, your soul, into taking an action and moving ahead in life towards a purposeful life, which is also what we are known for. So you can use affirmations, just see what you're using, where you're using, and when you're using.
So, what generally people tend to use are those generic affirmations which are available for greater good for everybody. Now, I think I have been associated with this new moon's affirmation since a long time that you have given. And I'm seeing that people who have joined in also have been exposed to your new moon affirmation. I want to vouch for it in the comments if anybody else wants to go ahead and vouch for it. They work brilliantly well. Sometimes they are so accurate and so on point that I was like, dude, my life is just on track. If I say this, this is the exact affirmation that I would have needed. So I'm going to vouch out loud over here, not because Manali is my mentor, but because it has really shifted my life. I think with these affirmations, I'm found every month. So, Manali, there's this another myth that people have around manifestations, and even I have it still, I think, sometimes, where for the longest time, even though I have been practicing manifestations, not all my manifestations come true, right? Like, I wanted certain kind of body, but why is it happening that I have some different kind of health concerns coming to me all of a sudden? Why is it that out of the blue there are certain setbacks in career? Why is it out of blue we invite certain toxic people into our lives? I'm attracting all positive things. The opposite is happening. Why?
Right. That's a good question, right? We feel that we have done all the right things, we are making sure we're staying on track, but then we start attracting things which are not working for us or which are not in alignment to what we think we want to be attracting in our lives. There are a few reasons for it. First things first is that people miss out when they talk about the law of attraction, like I've already mentioned, is the emotional state attached to it. Right. Now, when we're talking about the emotional state, it is also important to understand, say, for example, if somebody wants to attract love in their life, right? They want to have more love and meaningful and kinder and wholehearted relationships in their life. But the feeling that they have inside towards people is keep your distance. The feeling unknowingly that they have is I have been hurt. I need to be protective about myself. So then there is a conflict of emotion that one is experiencing towards that intention and attraction. And that is why it does not manifest. Okay. That's the first thing, that you have to make sure, are you emotionally really in alignment, or are you actually emotionally fearing it or opposing it? Okay. Most people think, no, no, I'm fully in alignment, but when they really think about it and they pause and then they realize, oh, I'm actually scared about it, or I'm insecure about it, or it makes me worry what's going to happen, or I get desperate about it. Most people do not manifest their money goals is because they get desperate about it, right? So when we are putting opposing emotions, contradictory emotions to our intentions, they will not manifest. That's the first thing. The second thing about law of attraction, which is not a very popular thought out there, but it is a very core integral thought to law of attraction or manifestation, is that attraction happens on the path of least resistance. Wherever the path is easy, smooth, and effortless, that is where manifestation will happen easily. Wherever there is obstacles or obstructions, then it will just take longer time. And what are these obstructions and obstacles? They're in the form of our fears, they're in the form of our limitations, they're in the form of the pressure and the outside influence that takes over. And obstacles can come in the form of lack of prioritization. Maybe you're saying that you want those 100,000 crores, but you're constantly just focusing on how am I going to spend time with my husband or wife, right? So your priority is then your relationship, and it's not really then the money. So then it starts taking a back seat, and that is why the manifestation for it does not really work out.
One of the reasons why, even if someone wants to, and I think many of them already have the goal that I want abundance of wealth, fine, that's a little unclear. But then you say we need to have clarity for goals. I would say, okay, 100 crores is what I want to earn. 100 crores in 15 years down the lane. Then I think the money block that you're talking about is doubting themselves or not taking actions towards it, or even being unclear as to where will I spend that kind of money. So, if you can elaborate even on those kind of fears, it would be great because it would help us realize our own blockages that we put when we are manifesting something.
Great. I would love it if everybody actually puts one manifestation in the chat which has not been happening for them for a long time. Why don't we all put something in the chat so that we can all recognize what fears, what limitations, or what obstructions have we been unknowingly creating so that we can break it? Today is a new moon night. Let's break it. Let's manifest something lovely and let's manifest something beautiful. So I want all of you all to type in the chat one manifestation that you do really want, but it's not been happening so far. Okay. So when we look at it from the point of, like you're saying, money, right? Now, most people say they want a lot of money, they want a lot of money, but like you said, they don't have the clarity of what they want to do with the money. Everybody does not have to always, want to have a lavish lifestyle out of it. For some people, money is security. For some people, money is so that they can contribute to their loved ones. For some people, it is to contribute back to the entire society in the form of a donation or a charity. For some people, it is in the form of taking care of their health. There has to be a reason behind it. Okay. And when that reason is in cohesion to your manifestation, no fear, no limitation is going to stop you. Right. But if I am saying that I want a lot of money, but then I am scared what will I do with the money when it comes, or I don't know what to do with the money, okay, that's a contradictory thought process, right? And unfortunately, our brains, the special reptilian brain inside of us, which is focusing on full mode survival, it focuses on the negative, pessimistic part. So when it finds the contradicting thought, which is like, I don't know what to do, it's going to focus more on that. So your 100 crores then will seem like a dream, because the reality, what you resonate more with from a safety survival point of view, is I don't know what to do with it. So why have it at all? Right? So each kind of manifestation will have different limitations and different kinds of fears with it. So like when I'm looking at the chat over here, when somebody's spoken about, say, a promotion, right? Now with promotions, what comes? Probably more responsibilities, right? Will put you more out there in front of like the higher management, right? It might take away some time from your family or your personal time if you have certain other hobbies that you want to do, right? So promotions will require you to level up, upgrade your skill, upgrade your time, upgrade the way you carry yourself, and upgrade everything. Now, if you have, say, a thought process that, hey, I also want to give a lot more time to my health, or I want to give a lot more time to my family, that's two opposing manifestations or attractions happening at the same time. So whichever is your real priority will win. So then you have to really think, is promotion really your top priority, or is something else your top priority? Or in the promotion sphere itself, do you have these fears that I will have to take on more responsibility, I will have to upgrade my skills, I will have to really put myself out there, I'll probably have to get involved in office politics, never know, right? So much can happen. And so you kind of negate your own manifestation.
There are more on relationships as well. So I think on the same lines that we start becoming desperate and contradict our own thought process. Let's say I want to have a loving relationship with my existing friends, or I want to make new friends, or I want to attract a new partner. That's the common pattern that I'm noticing even among our audience. We tend to become desperate and contradict ourselves. How?
So, relationships is the fun one. It can be the easiest one or it can be the hardest one, right? We all keep saying relationships, relationships, relationships. But what do we really want in relationships? 90% of the people are really not clear what they want in relationships. Okay? They just say, I want more love. But when you really break it down with them and ask them, it's not love that they want. They actually want open communication, or they want more respect from the opposite person. Okay. Most people say, I want understanding in my relationships. Okay. But actually, what they're looking for is they want to be heard in their relationships, that they're feeling that the opposite person is not really listening to them. So most of the times, people don't know what they're asking for in relationships, and that itself is the hurdle and the obstacle. So there is no path of least resistance, it is full resistance in the process, because they're saying something but then they're meaning something else. Then how will the manifestation occur? Like in a recent retreat where even I got caught up in it, okay, was when we were talking about finding partners, and women were talking about that we want protection. And then I had an aha moment for myself itself. Do we really want protection, or do we really just want strength and support? They're two very different things, because women are like, no, I don't want possessive men, but I want protection. Okay. And when somebody is trying to protect them, then they're like, no, you're in my space. Let me do this independently. Because they don't want protection. They want the strength that somebody is there with them to rely on if they really need something. So, most of the time, when it comes to relationships, the biggest obstacle, the biggest hurdle is that they really don't know what they want. So, all of y'all who've written relationships in the chat, think about it. What is it that you really want in your relationships? And then put that actually in the chat.
So, is there a possibility now that we have busted a lot of myths around manifestations, meta science, and what it is, that we align to at least one of our goals right now? That I, the pattern again, money, relationship. I'm sure some might have health, but is there a technique that I can use it for anything that I want to manifest?
Yes, there is a technique. And for that, we need to learn how to tap into what? Our energy, right? So, quickly in the chat, can anybody guess where do you think is that core energy that we need to focus on, which can just open this abundance of magnetic flow for you all to pull what you want in your life? Because the trick is, you are the power, you are the magnet, you are the life force, and you need to be stable and centered so that you can just gravitationally pull everything towards you. You don't have to constantly feel that you're lacking something, but when your state is in the power, the magnetism that you truly have, you will attract. So, why don't you all guess and tell me what do you think that core point is, or where is that energy center, that core inside of you, which is going to get you to attract? Let's understand, where is it?
I'm gonna guess heart, then I'm gonna guess throat, and I'm gonna also guess this. It's all in my mind. So let's hear it from our audience.
If you're going to attract from your heart, it might just go.
I think it's heart. I see a lot of hearts because I started with heart. Okay. Or someone just said I love you. It's something that they want to manifest, or they're just showering love at us. Okay, thanks. Heart, navel, third eye, solar plexus. Fancy terms people use at Empowered. You've taught them really well, Manali. But go ahead.
All right. So most of y'all are right. It is the heart. This is your core. This is your energy center from where you are a magnetic pull that you can attract everything towards you. But with that, there is a combination of your belly button. Okay, your navel as well. Why are these two spots very important in manifestation or being at your highest power, in your most authentic, consistent, divine self? Let's start with the heart first. Okay, the heart is the center over here, which is not right in the middle of your body, but it is the place from where you receive everything the most, right? Your hugs come here. If you have to take your hands in, they'll come first here, right? Everything tends to come here first. Okay. When we look at our chakra centers in the body as well, there are three below this, okay, which are namely your root, sacral, and solar plexus. And then you have the heart, and then you have three above it, which is your throat, third eye, and crown. So this becomes your central focal, which will allow you to attract more. And this heart center is known for love, highest emotion when you want to manifest something. It is also known for change, and you have to accept change when you want to manifest something and attract something in your life. And third, it is also acceptance, right? If you can't accept what is coming in your life or what is going from your life, then guess what? Nothing's really coming, nothing's really going, right? You'll go to stagnancy. So that first energy center is your heart. And the second is your belly button, your navel. Why so? Our source of life started from there, right? Your umbilical cord was connected from there. So your entire source of life, your being, your life force has begun from there. And from there, you can pull towards you all the right kind of blessings and what is truly meant for you. Because let's be honest, sometimes while manifesting, we can also manifest wrong things for ourselves, right? So by focusing on our navel, we will make sure that we're manifesting and attracting what is truly meant for our plan of life, for our purpose, so that everything works out well in our favor. So let's do an activity together, because it is new moon and new moons are for manifestations, because you rise with the moon cycle, so you can manifest something wonderful with it. So you start a new journey, it's a new beginning on the day. And plus, it is a massive day today where multiple planets have aligned as well. So energies are heightened. So why not tap into it so that we can be in our most core powerful self and experience the best, right? So I would want all of you all to just sit up wherever you are. Make sure your spine is straight, and like I was sitting with this, don't sit that way. Please keep your shoulders balanced on both sides. And I want you to bring your right palm onto your heart and your left palm onto your belly button. And I want all of you all to just close your eyes and focus on your breath. Just focus on how easily and naturally your breath is going in and out. And as you're focusing on your breath, just listen to the sounds all around you. And bring your focus back to your right hand on your chest, on the center of your chest, and see if you can feel your heartbeat. Find your rhythm. And as you do, shift your focus now onto your navel and observe with your left hand. Can you feel a sense of comfort, a sense of heaviness, a sense of lightness? And if you feel nothing, that's also okay. Just start taking deeper breaths. And as you breathe in, allow your belly to come out, your chest to expand. And as you exhale, let your belly go in and your chest to relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And you're going to gently take your right hand off your chest and place it facing upwards towards the ceiling. Place it gently on your thigh, but your palm is facing upwards. And I want you to imagine, visualize, feel there is a beautiful pink light coming from your chest and spreading all around you. This pink light is the light of love. This pink light is the light of your heart. And let it just spread all around you as if it's wrapping you up with love. And let this pink light now spread all around the room that you are in. Let it feel like this room is bathing in pure pink light. And as you're getting stronger with your heart center, let this pink light go beyond this room into the streets that you are in. Take a deep breath in and let this pink light spread in the city that you are in. And with that, take your left hand and place it on your thigh, palm facing upward towards the ceiling. And from your navel, let a beautiful golden light come out. Golden light is the light of blessings, the light of life force, the light of prosperity, and prosperity is thriving in every area of life. Let this golden light now mix with this pink light all around you, wrapping you in a warm, comforting hug. And as it does, with both your palms facing upwards, with open arms, welcoming a new desire, a new manifestation, a new chapter in your life, think of one thought, one intention, one manifestation that you truly desire. And with that desire in mind, I want you to add, I declare that dash desire is truly mine to have. I declare welcoming wealth, generating wealth is truly a desire of mine to have. I declare experiencing love, care, appreciation is a true desire of mine that I truly have. I declare that having a healthy body, a happy body, a well functioning body is a true desire that I truly have. And most importantly, I declare that I persistently and consistently show up in life so that I can experience the best. With that, bring both your hands into a namaste again in front of your heart center and just bow down to your own self as a thank you for showing up for yourself today. And also say thank you to all those energies, the mass energies, the planetary energies, just the physical energies, which are going to support you in aligning and experiencing your manifestation. With that, push your lips towards your ears. Push them as far as you can. Your lips need to go as far as they can to touch your ears. And with that, open your eyes.
You all can put in the chats how this manifestation technique made you feel, think on a scale of 0 to 10. Again, you can type in as to how comfortable have you gotten with meta science, because this was meta science. And a second 0 to 10 on 10. I really now believe in my desire. I know it's mine. I see 10. Create a lot of tens. It's like a shower of 10. That's amazing. Okay, someone is also going beyond saying 20. Amazing. So, this is the kind of belief that we build at Empowered Body, Mind, Soul. We also have one of our specialty programs that's Wintend. We have the baby version of it, the first step of it. I'd like to call it the baby version because it never gets old. It is curated so well that you will think that you're just taken care of, your life is taken care of, your goals are taken care of, your thoughts are taken care of, your belief system is taken care of in that. It is called the Win 10 21 Days Challenge. So if you are interested, you can again put it down in the comments or reach out to us. We shall share more details about it. This is just one of the manifestation techniques that we have done today. There are a lot more, and there are a lot of people who have joined in live from that program as well, and they have all experienced the same kind of results, and that's why they are here, right? They have kept their faith, their belief in the manifestation process somewhere. Yes, I am taking that credit. It is because of us as well. It is because of themselves. They have showed up consistently for themselves, and I really am grateful for each one of them to show up for that program. Now, towards the end, I also want to conclude by thanking Manali Mehta, who agreed to be on this interview with me. I told Manali I want to interview you, and that's how it all started. So, thank you so much for getting interviewed, even though you're the founder of Empowered. What's
Thank
the
you.
thoughts?
And But I would want to see if anybody does have questions that we may have missed, because you cracked your myths. But if anybody else has any questions about manifestation, attraction, do definitely put it in the chat. We would love to answer it. And if you would want such more Q&A sessions that you guys can benefit and experience, do let us know. We would love to answer it, because we're here to serve and deliver, because we want you all to experience a truly empowered life. So whatever we can do best to make sure that you experience it, please let us know the same.
So in the description box, we are anyways going to put in our link to joining our WhatsApp community, so you can stay in touch with the affirmation that we'll be putting. That is going to be uploaded tomorrow. So if you're watching it today, watch out. If you are not already a part of our community, join. And if you think any of your friends would benefit from it, especially that we have busted certain myths about this sensitive topic, so called, please go ahead, share, so they can understand better and join. And second, that the link that we just told, that there's this 21 days program, that will also be shared to you on your WhatsApp. If you think you right now don't have any questions, it's okay. You can always drop in comments, and we are always listening to you. We will answer them, we will address them. So don't think that nothing is going to get answered after this live. Things will still get answered.
If there are any questions, you can always leave it below this live video as well. Or you can, if you are part of our empowered community on WhatsApp, you can always reach out and ask a question on the Stay Empowered group as well, so that we can answer it. But we're wishing that with this new moon cycle, you guys do manifest, you have more faith in your manifestations, and you will spread that same manifestation energy, that powerful energy all around you. And I guess then we shall see you soon in another place, another time. And we'll be back with a better live also, that you can get any other questions answered as well, right? So take care, everybody. Have a lovely evening and see you all soon.